Hello and a very warm welcome to the Scopus Research Hub. Look, I get it. The whole idea of AI detection tools can be, well, pretty nerve-wracking. But you're in the right place. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on that AI score and show you a totally ethical way to hit that sweet 0% in your own research.
So, let's just address the elephant in the room, shall we? That Turnitin 2025 update? Yeah, it's got everybody talking, and for good reason. These AI detection algorithms are getting seriously powerful. But here's the thing. You don't need to panic. We're going to face this thing head on, and I promise, by the end of this, you'll be feeling a lot more confident.
All right, here's our game plan. First, we'll break down the AI detection challenge itself. Then we'll get into the rules for using AI ethically. After that, the main event, the 0% score technique. We'll also cover how to check your own work and wrap up with a Q&A on your biggest questions. Ready? Let's do this. Okay, first things first. If you want to get ahead of the system, you've got to understand how it thinks. And here's the most important thing to get. AI detection is not plagiarism checking. It's not looking for copied text. Nope. It's on the hunt for something much more subtle, specific writing patterns that just, well, they scream robot instead of researcher. So, what's the first clue these detectors are looking for? It's a concept called perplexity. Just think of it as a predictability score. You see, AI models are basically just amazing prediction machines. They're always choosing the most obvious next word. And while that makes the writing super smooth, it's also, well, it's too predictable. For a detector, that low perplexity is a massive red flag. And then there's burstiness. This one's really cool. Just think about how you talk or write. You mix it up, right? You'll have a long, winding sentence full of complex ideas, then a short one. Bam! For effect. That's burstiness. It's that natural rhythm. AI, it really struggles with this. It tends to be very uniform, sentence after sentence of the same length and structure. It just doesn't have that human flair.
Finally, there's the overly polished style. You know what I mean? Sometimes AI writing is just too perfect. It's so clean it's sterile. It's missing what I call intellectual hesitation. As researchers, we use phrases like "it seems to suggest" or "this could imply." We're careful, we're nuanced. AI, on the other hand, often just states things as fact. It completely misses that subtle art of academic debate.
So, what does all this mean? It means the game has changed. All those quick fix AI humanizer tools you see online, yeah, they're pretty much done. The Turnitin 2025 update is being built specifically to see right through those simple tricks. The old way of doing things? Just not going to cut it anymore.
Okay, so what's the path forward? Are we saying you should just abandon AI altogether? Absolutely not. In fact, you should be using it. The key, though, is how you use it. Think of AI as your super smart research assistant. It's there to handle the tedious stuff and boost your productivity, not to do the actual thinking for you.
And look, this isn't just us making up rules. This is the official guidance from the big players. We're talking publishers like Elsevier and Nature. They've laid out 3 golden rules, and they're super clear. 1, you are 100% responsible for everything in that paper. 2, you have to disclose that you used AI. And 3, no, you cannot list ChatGPT as a co-author, ever.
This right here, this is the line in the sand. On one side, you have the acceptable productivity-boosting stuff. Let AI help you with literature reviews, summarizing articles, or polishing your grammar. Go for it. But on the other side, that's the forbidden zone. That's the critical thinking, interpreting your results, performing real analysis, finding that crucial research gap. That has to be you. Because at the end of the day, AI has no clue about the unique context of your data, only you do. Which brings us to the moment you've been waiting for, the core technique. How do you actually get that 0% AI score? It's simple in concept, but it takes deliberate effort. You have to go in and manually inject human messiness. You have to intentionally break those predictable, uniform patterns that the AI detectors are built to sniff out. Honestly, the absolute best, safest, most ethical way to do this is what we call the gold standard. It's so simple. You write the first draft. You, your brain, your keyboard, get all your core arguments and your unique analysis on the page first. Then, once the human foundation is there, you can bring in AI to act as a world-class copy editor to refine and polish. Since the deep structure of the thought is yours, this method is basically foolproof. But, okay, let's be real. Sometimes you might start with some AI-generated text as a base. If you do that, you absolutely must humanize it manually. And here's your 3-step recipe. Step 1, break the sentence syntax, mix it up, create that burstiness we talked about. Step 2, introduce that intellectual hesitation, use hedging language to jack up the perplexity. And Step 3, weave in your own subtle critique. Add a little analysis here, a counterpoint there, disrupt that perfect AI flow with your own brain.
And I really have to say this again because it's so important. Please do not rely on those automated humanizer tools. They're like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. The new detectors are literally designed to see right through them. And honestly, half the time they just make your writing sound clunky and weird, which actually hurts the quality of your work.
Okay, so you've done the work, you've drafted your paper, you've applied these humanization techniques, but how do you know if it worked? How can you check your paper before you submit it and cross your fingers? You need a good tool.
Now, most of us can't just run our drafts through Turnitin for practice, so we need the next best thing, a really good proxy. Our recommendation is the SciSpace AI detector, and here's why. It's not just accurate, it was specifically trained on the kind of scholarly writing that we do. That makes it one of the most reliable checks you can use as a researcher.
All right, let's move into the home stretch by tackling some of your biggest questions. There are a few myths floating around out there about AI detection, so let's debunk them right now. This is a big one, probably the #1 fear I hear. You pour your heart and soul into a paper, and you're worried that if you upload it to an AI checker, it'll get saved somewhere and flagged for self-plagiarism later? Let's put this fear to rest once and for all.
The answer is absolutely not.
Here's why. You have to remember, AI detectors and plagiarism checkers are two completely different beasts. A plagiarism checker compares your text against a giant database of other papers. An AI detector doesn't do that at all. It just looks at the text you gave it, right then and there, and analyzes its linguistic patterns. It's a one-time analysis. It doesn't store your paper, so you can check your work as many times as you want, completely safely.
Okay, next question, and this is a good one. Does formatting matter? You know, things like your font, your margins, double spacing. Does any of that affect your AI score?
Nope, not one bit. The score is 100% based on the content. The algorithm is only reading the words and the structure. It has no idea if you're using Times New Roman or Comic Sans. All it cares about are those linguistic patterns, that perplexity and burstiness. That's it.
So, what's the big takeaway here? I hope you're leaving this with a sense of empowerment, not fear. The message is simple, really. Use AI, use it to make your process faster and your writing sharper. But you must always own the intellectual heavy lifting. Once you master these techniques, you can submit your work with total confidence, knowing it's high quality, ethical, and completely human.
Stay tuned. In the coming days, we'll be releasing more short videos packed with insider secrets and hidden tips on how to prepare your research for publication in Scopus-indexed journals.